Evening YouTube. So I'm doing another wanted list video tonight, and this one's a bit different because it is legendary stuff that I'm after, or stuff that I think is a bit legendary. Some of you might disagree with this list, some of you might agree with this list, but I think everything on this list has got a bit of legendary status in the world of hi-fi. So it's only short, this list. I have only got 5 amps or receivers on it today, so there will be a part 2 to this because I have got more wrote down. But I thought I'd keep it short and sweet tonight and just do the first 5 that are on my list. Now, 4 of these I have had before, so I know how good they are. And they are legends in the world of hi-fi, so that is why they deserve a place on my list. But the last one on today's list, number 5, I have not had one of them before, but it gets talked about by people and people say it is a legend, so I want to get my hands on one so I can check one out for myself and see if it is as good as people say it is. Now, there is nothing on this list today that is a ridiculous amount of money, because I could have wrote down loads of legends that are going to cost you £5,000 or £10,000, but I'm never going to be buying nothing like that, so nothing like that has gone on my list. Everything on the list is stuff that I will be trying to buy because this stuff is still affordable. So let's jump straight in with number 1. And you know what has to be number 1? It's one of the biggest legends of all time, the greatest selling amplifier ever, and it is the Nad 3020. Now, it's 20 watts per channel, and it's from 1979, one of these Nads. And when I was younger, these things was everywhere. Everybody had one of these Nads, and they really do sound good, these Nads, for what they are, because they wasn't sold as a really big money high-end amplifier. They was sold as like a normal priced run-of-the-mill amp. But one of these sounds so much better than sort of anything else you could have bought at the time for the same sort of money. I think one of these brand new in about 1979 or 80 was about 70 or 80 pounds. So for 70 or 80 pounds you really wasn't getting anything that sounded as good as one of these Nads. And it's got the pre-out main-in coupler on the back, so you can use this thing as a preamp or a power amp. And the preamp side of one of these Nads really is good. And I've had quite a few of these over the years, because years ago they was everywhere and they was dirt cheap second hand because no one really wanted them. It's only in the last few years that the prices on these old Nads have started shooting up. And at the minute they're quite a lot of money for what they are really. But they are a legend. They are the greatest selling amplifier of all time, so I really feel that I need to get one for the channel. So although I do think they are a little bit overpriced at the moment for what they are, I am going to try and get hold of one because I really want another one. So next up, number 2. Now this thing is an absolute legend, and I don't think one of these is overpriced. I think one of these is quite reasonable because the prices on these aren't that high really. For what you get, these are good value for money, and it is an AR Cambridge A60 amplifier. Now one of these is 40 watts per channel and it's from 1976. And any of you out there that are lucky enough to own one of these, you know how good one of these is. Get one of these working properly. It's a fantastic sounding amplifier. It really is. And although prices on these are quite high, you are getting a really good amplifier for that money. You really are. The bass on one of these is spectacular. The top end on one of these is lovely. And one of these really should make more money than what they do. And I know people say, oh, we only buy amplifiers for the sound. It doesn't matter what they look like. That is the biggest load of BS ever. Because if one of these A60s looked like a big shiny silver Marantz, it would make a ton of money. Because it has got the sound one of these, but it doesn't make the big money because people want all them bells and whistles, and this A60 hasn't got them. It just sits on your shelf and it doesn't look that impressive, so that's why the prices are low on it, because not a lot of people go after these. Only people that know how good one of these sounds go after them, because most people wouldn't give one of these a second look. They just pass it by because they want that big shiny silver one with all the bells and whistles. I'm the same. I love them big silver monsters with all the bells and whistles, but also I love the ones that sound really good for the price. And one of these A60s really is good bang for your buck when it comes to sound. And anyone who's in the know about hi-fi will agree with me that one of these A60s really is an absolute legend. So next up, number 3, and this one is an absolute little legend, because one of these little amplifiers is one of my favourite little amps ever, because it's just so good, one of these. It's just so clean sounding, it's just so lovely to listen to, this little amplifier, and it is the Sansui AU101. Now this one is only low powered, it's 15 watts per channel, and it's from 1973. And again, any of you out there lucky enough to have one of these, you know how good it is. It is a special little amplifier, one of these. It really is. And this is another one that a few years ago, these things wasn't worth anything. No one wanted them. I've bought a few of these over the years for no money whatsoever. But then Calvin from Stereo Review X, he got hold of one and he kept going on about how good it was. I'd watch him going on about it and think, oh Calvin, shut up, you're going to make the prices on these go right up. And yes, he did. And Michael Yates got hold of one of these as well, and he's always praising it. So the prices on these have gone right up now, so the days of getting one of these for no money has gone. But one of these is worth a bit of money, because it really is that good. It's no good if you want to party, if you want to rattle the house and shake the windows. No, one of these is no good, but if you want to sit there at low volumes and really enjoy yourself listening to some lovely sound, then one of these is fantastic for that, because it really is good. And one of these rightfully deserves its place on this list because it is an absolute little legend. Now this next one, number 4. this is one that you don't hear people talk about. You don't hear people say one of these is a legend. But again, anyone that knows about hi-fi, they will know that one of these is an absolute legend, because one of these is just fantastic. Without going and spending a ton of money, you've never heard sound like it. And it is a Sugden A48 amplifier. Now it is 40 watts per channel, but this thing seems like it's got 100 watts per channel. It is like it's on steroids, one of these. And it is from about 1976. I'm not 100% on that, because when I looked it up, some places said it was earlier and some places said it was later. So I'm going to go with it's about 1976, one of these. And the first one of these that I ever got my hands on, I found at a car boot. I think I paid about 15 or 20 quid for it, something ridiculous like that. It was about 20 years ago though, maybe longer than that. But I can remember bringing it home, giving it a service, and the first time I tried it, it just blew me away. I could not believe how good it was. Now, it's not a little set of speakers. Sit back in your chair and enjoy it at low volumes. This thing is a crank it up, rattle the house, have a jump about and really enjoy yourself. Because like I said, one of these has just got super sound. It is 40 watts per channel on steroids. And the bass that comes out of one of these is something else. You put one of these Sugdens on a set of speakers with like a big 15-inch driver in them or something like that. Oh yeah, you will be very happy, because you've just not heard bass like it. You really haven't. Well, not for the money, because one of these Sugdens, alright, it is a bit of money. They're not cheap, these. But for the money they are, you are getting something really, really special. And it's another one that if it was big and silver with all the bells and whistles on it, it would make an absolute ton of money. But again, it's one, it doesn't look nothing special. So that's why it's still a bit of a bargain. So next up, number 5, last one on the list. Now this is one I've never had my hands on, but I have read so much about these over the years and people say it is an absolute legend. That is why I really want one. And it is a Pioneer A400 and it's 50 watts per channel and it is from 1990. And people say that one of these is one of the cleanest sounding amplifiers you'll ever listen to. I don't know whether that's true or not, but this A400 definitely has got legendary status in the world of hi-fi, and I've never ever had one, so I really want one to see what all the fuss is about, because it must be good, one of these, because it really does get talked about a lot. People really rate one of these, so it must be good. So it has gone on my legend list because everyone else says one of these is a legend. So I want to get one so I can have a listen to it and make my own mind up. So thank you for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and I shall see you next time.